been at? Where you been at? Where you been at? Let me tell y'all. I've been doing it. I've been going through some stuff. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get some of y'all in here. Some. Let's see if some people will come on here. Let's see when people come on here. Y'all got 10 minutes. So, I'm gonna wait for a minute. Come on here. Let me start talking. Come into the room. Come into the room. That's a church song. I don't remember it though. But it's a church song. But let's talk about what's been going on with me. So I had to get a little procedure done, right? Like a surgery done. And I was gonna get put under and all this other stuff. So I had to go to the doctor and I had to go to LabCorp and get some blood work done. Just to, test my liver, my lungs, my blood levels. And when they did it, of course, I already knew my blood level was low because I've never gotten an iron infusion. I really don't take my iron pills, which I know that's my fault. And y'all know I be messing that cornstarch out. So, I think I got the blood work done on a Friday. Saturday, she was like, I need you to go to the hospital. I need you to get a transfusion because your numbers need to be up to be able to get the procedure done. Okay, so I pretty much planned it all out. I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Johns Hopkins because Johns Hopkins is, one of the major hospitals here in Baltimore, right? It shouldn't be taking that bad. And then my procedure that I was having done was at Johns Hopkins, right? So I go to Johns Hopkins probably like 10 o'clock. Like after I got rid of casing or whatever, I went to Johns Hopkins and I'm like, hey, listen, my doctor told me to come here and to say that I needed a blood transfusion. Do you have headaches? Yeah, I have a headache. Are you nausea? Yeah, but lie about it. I waited and I waited and I waited. I called my baby daddy. I'm like, I'm hungry. Come feed me. Then I called my homeboy and I called my sister. And my homeboy he felt that I was pretty much panicking because I needed somebody to get casing, right? So my sister lived in Owens Mills. My son, father, I don't know what the heck he was doing. So my homeboy was like, I'm going to get casing, right? I was like, all right, cool. So my homeboy came to me and got my key, right? And because he had to drive past the hospital to get the casing. So he got my key, went to go get casing. So my son father was like, well, if he got casing, why he just couldn't get you something to eat? I said, because he's not my baby daddy. I said, you are, right? So he brought me, what my baby daddy brought me? 2 shrimp egg rolls, shrimp and broccoli. Ooh, so good too, y'all. So then my baby father leaving, and I got the IV. What IV? The IV is in one of my hands. I think it was in his hand, right? So the IV is in his hand, and I keep asking, I'm like, how much longer? How much longer? How much longer I gotta wait? Oh, the highest wait time in an emergency where he called you baby girl. Who called me baby girl? I didn't say nothing about baby girl. So shit, you made me thought. So anyway, I was like, well, how much is the late? They was like, wait. They was like, the longest wait is like 10 hours. And they was telling me I was only there for 8 hours. And I was like, it's time for me to go and get my baby, right? And my homeboy, he had to go home and take a bath because he don't live here, and he live all the way over east. I'm over west. So I asked him, I said, so how long like, what time do you have to leave my house to get home? He was like, he had to leave by 8 o'clock. So I'm looking at my arm, and I'm looking at my arm, and I'm looking at my arm, and I'm talking to the guy, and I'm talking to the lady. The guy was like, well, your numbers is really, really, really low. You shouldn't leave. Da 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 da. I said, I don't give a fuck. I said, I gotta go home and get my baby, right? I said, I've been here since 10 o'clock, right? And y'all telling me I got another 4 hours to wait. I can't do that. And then John Hopkins is like one of the trauma hospitals, in which I should have known better, but I don't know better. So John Hopkins is a trauma hospital. University is a trauma hospital. Like, University is called shock trauma. So I'm telling the man, I'm like, take it out. Take the IV out now. So he took the IV out, and he was like, you're leaving out with against, well wishes of something of the hospital. I said, okay, I'm going with my baby. I said, I'm gonna try this again another day. So my son ended up, where KK was at? I had took Kason to camp on Monday, I believe, right? Right? The 19th. What was 19th? I don't remember what day it was. So on the 19th, I took KK to camp. So the 19th had to be a Thursday. I don't know. Whatever the 19th was, because my thingy was on the 24th. So I took Kason to camp, and I was like, as long as Kason at camp, it will be fine. And I'm lying, because it was Friday, because Kason didn't go to camp that day. It was on a Friday. That was the 19th. And I was like, I'm going to just take him with me, right? So we went to, it's Barn Secure, but they ended up changing the name. I guess they got a lawsuit or something. So it's called Grace Medical Center. So that's where I went at. And then I was like, look, I need a blood. I'm like, I didn't even tell them, just give me a blood transfusion. I'm like, look, my head is hurting. Every time I walk, I'm getting short of breath, right? So they like, okay, we're gonna do some blood work real quick. And they was like, oh my God, your blood levels. I already know this. So they were like, we're gonna have to admit you, and we're gonna have to pretty much take some blood. Give you some blood. I said, okay. So they was like, they had to give me 2 pints of blood. And then it was like, I was like, well, how long how long is the procedure? They're like 4 hours for each, like 4 hours per bag. I said, okay. So my friend was like, all right, I'm here to come get Kason. And I was like, well, he gonna have to stay over the night, and you gotta work. So my sister gonna come get him. So my friend stayed for a little bit to wait till my sister came. And as soon as my sister came, he took Casey out and didn't come back. So I'm in there, and they was like, okay, we're about to start the medicine. We'll start the blood. The blood started at 8 o'clock. It stopped at 12. Then they took an hour, and like between 12 and 1, they gave me another blood bag. That one stopped at like 4 something. And they was like, well, how do you feel? I'm like, I'm feeling fine. But let me tell y'all something, y'all. I slept so good. Let me tell y'all something. I slept so good. I slept the whole time. Y'all hear me? Like, they kept coming in there like, oh my God, Miss Owens, all you kept doing was sleeping. I said, I've been tired, but because I have my son, I can't sleep. I said, I have to, pretty much like stay up with Kason. So Wednesday morning, when I was leaving out for my appointment, they was like, well, did you get the blood transfusion? I said, yes, I did. And they couldn't find it because I didn't go to John Hopkins. But I told them the name of the hospital I went to. And they're like, okay, yeah, you should be able to be clear for your procedure. So I go in there, and they're like, is anybody here with you? I said, no, nobody's here with me, but my son's daddy is coming to pick me up. And they're like, okay. And I didn't know he had to come inside, right? But they was like, because I went under, they couldn't leave. They couldn't let me leave on my own. So, I think my surgery was supposed to start at like 11:30, but I believe it started at like 10:50, 10:40 something. Because it started, and I remember that the lady was like, take off all your clothes, including your underwear. I said, take off all my clothes, including my underwear? Don't nobody ask me to take off my underwear. So anyway, I took off all my clothes, including my underwear. I put on a gown. So the gown was like one facing this way and then one around like a robe or whatever, right? So then it was like, well, we gotta put the IV in, and the IV was in this hand this time, right? In the right hand. So the lady was like, well, let's go to the bathroom. So I had the IV on my hand, like the IV drip on my hand, going to the bathroom. So like it's a hook on the back of the door. Just hook it up and be careful. Take your time. Miss Owens, we're here for you. Right? So then I walked into the waiting. I walked into like the operating area or whatever. And they was like, it's 100 rooms back here. I said, 100 rooms? I said, okay. So then they was like, okay, Miss Owens, step onto the little thingy, like the little step ladder, step on this, right? And I got on there and they was like, well, you know, put your butt right here where it was like a hole inside of the bed. They're like, put your butt right over top of the hole. I was like, okay. Then they put the mask on me or whatever. And like I'm just laying there. They're like, well, the medicine is in the IV, right? Something to make you comfortable. But can we give you some oxygen? I was like, okay, you want to give me some oxygen too? So they put the oxygen on my nose. And the lady was like, take some deep breaths. So I'm looking like, okay. And then I was out. And then I woke up. And I was in the other room. And as soon as I woke up, I had to pee. But then I had underwear on. I'm like, why do I have underwear on? Right? Because they ended up putting underwear on me. I'm like, that feels weird. They put the pregnancy, you know, like you have a baby, those pregnancy underwear, they put those on me. And then they gave me some oxycodone. They gave me applesauce, crackers, juice. I stayed in there. I stayed in the recovery room probably for an hour, and they just kept saying, "Are you having any pain?" I'm like, "It's like little pains, not that bad." And they was like, "Well, when you go home, you know, don't do nothing, you know, extra. You can't have intercourse. You can't get in the water. You can only take showers." I was like, I can't have sex, you know, like I'm just starting to have sex again. So the first day I ended up taking a bath. And last night I almost had a bath. Like I'm in the bathtub and I'm like, girl, you can't take a bath. My friend was like, son, you in the bathtub again? I really hope so too. Oh, I hope so too. Mm-hmm. But I haven't really had any problems. I haven't taken any medicine since I came back from the hospital. Say whoop whoop. My sister's like, you ain't in no pain. I said no. But yesterday I did have like cramps in my stomach. But that was about it. But today, me and my friend are eating crabs. Casey going to, I think we're going to do some rock, paper, scissors like videos. And then I want me some blue crabs. What did I have done? Don't want to tell y'all what I had done? I don't really care. It was the procedure that I had was a myomectomy. Look it up. What is a myomectomy? Why do you get a myomectomy? So a myomectomy is basically the striping of fibroids out of your vagina. I mean, out of your off or in your uterus. I have fibroids, so that's what they did. And where did they go in at? Where did they go in at? They went inside of my vagina. Yeah, that's what they went at. But I don't have no complications. Everybody is just like my son father. That the first day, he called me around like 11 o'clock. Like, how's your pain? I'm like, it's okay. And he's like, how's your bleeding? I'm like, I'm not bleeding. He was like, so you calling them tomorrow? I said, I guess. He like, if they told you supposed to be bleeding and you ain't bleeding, you need to ask them why you not bleeding. So then my sisters, they was asking me about my pain. I'm like, girl, shit, It like I said, it feel like nothing happened. Nothing happened. Besides yesterday when I started having cramps. And started today, like I'm spotting, but other than that, that's it. Who cares is outside? Anywho, yo, I only came on here just to chit chat. I don't know if I'm gonna be coming live because I don't know if I'm gonna come live later on. I could probably do a live that's gonna be pre-recorded of later on today, but then it's gonna be some videos in where I'm doing a whole lot of short videos, and then a long length video. But it might have to be a whole bunch of editing because his ass is crazy. And then Casey's gonna be with us too. So I don't know, y'all. If y'all want to ask some questions, I need to post another video because this one I'm about to make this disappear for a little bit. All right. Let me see. Questions y'all might ask. How long is the recovery? They said the recovery for this procedure that I have done is 14 days. No sex, don't soak in the water, no douching, pretty much nothing going my vajayjay. What else? No heavy lifting, stuff like that. And hopefully this procedure will help me have a kid. Oh, that's the procedure you need as well. Yeah. How old are you? Teely. Me, y'all know I'm about to be 40, but like at the end of the day, like I want at least one more baby. Can I say that? I want at least one more baby. Right? Because my son, he just told me yesterday, he like, Mom, because I don't have nobody to play with. So 47. They didn't tell you to do a hysterectomy? Like, they like, well, you know, since your blood level is so low and da 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 da, and if you continue to have heavy bleeding, you know, we might suggest you have a hysterectomy. Stop saying that damn word. I don't want one of them yet. I don't want them yet. I don't want that yet. I don't want it yet. Give me like 2 years, and then I might get one. But are you basically going to attempt to have more children? Me, 2 years. After that, you know, then like, look, shop is closed and, you know, it's a wrap. But hopefully, you know, my baby daddy stop playing and give me another one. All right. I've been on here long enough, y'all. Y'all see this glaze on my daggone phone? Like, I cracked my daggone brand new phone a month after I got it. I did have, to be fair, I say, why you ain't have insurance on it? I did have insurance on it. But they pretty much, I upped my plan and they canceled it. It's a video. I just ain't open it. But I'm going to let y'all guys go. I'm going to go outside real quick. But I might show y'all some videos of Casey doing some crafts today. But I'm not really sure. But just be on the lookout for some videos. They coming.